So hello everybody and welcome back to Friendly Fox's YouTube channel with another episode of OpenTTD. And in this episode is titled Service Improvements. So we're just finishing off a station improvement here at Watford. I've moved it over a couple of blocks. And now we're just removing the extra track work. Now we've done that, the next thing I want to do, there's a forest here which is a very good producer. So third rail, we don't need third rail at the present time. We just want standard rails. Okay, so there is our wood sawmill station, or wood forest station I should say. And the wood is going to go a short distance over to the sawmill here. And we're just going to build a freight station here. The 262 Prairie is the most advanced engine we have at the moment, apart from the 060 goods, which is a bit old. So this is what is going to be transporting our wood. This is something else I built at the end of the last episode. So this factory is served by our competitor, and we're going to take goods with this tank engine from the factory at Plaid Haddon over to Langley, which is already served by us with goods trains from Jenham. Got to put a full load order in, and also the service order should come first on that because the train comes around here into there. Build. I think the one train's enough for now there. So now we're going to go on over to Ronfield here. This is our next objective. So I'm not very happy with how this looks, so what I'm going to do here is change it around a bit. reason I am doing this, of course, is because we're going to run another set of coal trains to the power station. It's not this coal mine, it's this one down here, which is the big producer, so that's what we're going for. I think we need to build another platform here, just so we don't have that keep occurring. Of course, these are our two siphoned goods trains, which run at high speed down to Jenham, down to Langley rather. Okay, back to our coaling operation here. Because this coal mine is such a good producer, we're going to build 3 of these trains. So we're almost ready to release that one. There's something else I need to do over here. Buses have become available, so we're going to replace the horse and cart here with a bus. And same thing for this one when it comes back. Bus goes around the same speed, so right, that train's underway. Now I can let this one go. Anyway, the reason for the title of this episode is in fact to do with station ratings, which we had a previous comment on. Most of our station ratings are good. However, there are a few stations where the stations are not doing so well because they don't have as good a service as I'd like. Examples here are at Nintford, which this station is actually served by most of our express trains. In fact, I'd say all of our express trains, as well as the local Erdington trains from the end of the line. This coal mine is abandoned for this station here is abandoned for the time being. But when we have the money, we can fund a coal mine there, and we can run trains over to Frindingbury Power Station, or more likely over to Sleffield here. And down here, which we just probably caught a glimpse of, this is a new branch line I've constructed to help with the station ratings along here. They're not doing so well, which is sort of rubbing off on our local authority ratings along here at Frindingbury and at Farnpool, and Sleffield as well, I believe. Yeah, it's not doing so well. So we're going to run additional trains. And I've started off by building a single tank engine with a small train of passenger wagons. Now that the main line's clear, I'm going to let it go. Come back to that. Okay. Just for uniformity, what we can do is we can run longer coal trains here in the future. So there she goes. We're making a short stop here at East Hampton and Nintford just to pick up passengers on a one-time basis, because we're starting the train from East Hampton here. And now what we can do, we can go to the other end of the line here at Brundinghall, build a clone of it, start it from this end of the line, remove Nintford, there we are. I'm actually going to build the next train with clerestory carriages. Okay, remove Ninford from that order now. Running these additional trains should help bring the ratings up, which will improve our local authority ratings. This train's now approaching Farnpool. So unfortunately, over here at Brinningville, we just lost one of our horse and carts to a road vehicle crash, and there's a significant amount of passengers waiting here, so I've opted to reinstate the passenger platform here. And what we can do now is, once this goes to Wedgwood, it will offload its passengers and wait in the depot for us to sell it off. And we can use the road vehicle for something else. In fact, there is something else we could do with train 60. Instead of sending it to Ronfield Power Station, we could send it here to Brinningville Power Station. And in the last episode we saw the iron ore mine here at Huhan. We have built a factory here, which is served by our competitor, we're also going to help out because there is a factory, there is a farm down here producing a good amount of grain, and we can build a train which will run the grain to the farm, from the farm to the factory rather. So let's go for that. Right, so we have the 060 freight, which just became available, and we get to test it. So while that's going on, let's go and see how our stations are doing now with their improved service. Ratings are improving. And the reason we want to improve the ratings is because eventually at places here like Frindingbury we want to have the slow trains, the stopping trains on the outer platforms here, which we'll build in due course, and the express trains will go straight through. Oops, where do you think you're going? think I know what's happened. I think it picked up passengers at Sleffield and wanted to go straight to the depot through the through the power station. So that screwed it up. So it's going to have to go back again. Oh well, it happens from time to time. Just touching base on something I want to do here. This is the Erdington branch, and I'm not really happy with the arrangements here, with how the platform is. What I want to do is move the platform here and have a track over here to a short platform at Fort Pettown for trains to run directly between Erdington, Garnford and Fort Pettown over there. But we're going to have to wait on that because we don't have a good enough rating with either of those two towns to do that. But there is something else I can do. Over here at Setbridge we have our tube operation here. So what we're going to do, we'll check the rating here, good. So what we can do now is remove this little bit. We're on third rail for this. Just because I'm fussy, I want it like that. Now we can extend this train service from Setbridge, from the docks over to this other dock here. There we go. So now we've extended that. So the ship just left Birmingham, half loaded. And the rating of this station should improve now that we've got a tube service running to it regularly. Here comes our Lampwick steamer from Sembra Bay. finally able to put the bus stop in, which I'd initially intended to do when I built this station some years ago, but of course with a poor rating I couldn't do that. It's not actually going to be used, it's just there for aesthetic purposes. And so now our steel trains and siphon goods trains aren't the only ones using this line. Now we've got coal trains regularly using it as well. Nice healthy delivery to the power station at Ronfield should keep the power on for everyone. The 080 Mineral, the 260 Mogul. New trains available, or new engines available for our trains. And just back over to Setbridge just to see how things are going on. Okay, and I noticed over here at Grunfingley our station's not doing so well with ratings, so I'm going to run a bus service using vehicles 3 and 4 to go from nearby Hooham. So that should take care of that. And to space them out, we'll wait until the first bus arrives at Grunfingley. And we can see how well our new wood train's doing. It's making a decent profit every year. Here it goes again. Here comes a goods train travelling to Watford. Of course, the problem is in the early days, the vehicles don't take very much in the way of passengers. But this should help improve the rating at least a little bit. Well, we do have a very good rating with Gromflingley itself, so it's sort of low priority really. I just thought, seeing as we had space in the fleet for 2 more vehicles, we could do so. The only reason this train is using this platform is because it's available. Normally this would be taken by the goods train. But there is space for it though, so that's the important thing. This train's going in for servicing, this one will leave, and this one will occupy that platform. So the thing about this train actually, the route from the sawmill empty to the forest is shorter than it is to travel from the forest to the sawmill, because it has to go all the way around this loop. But it works, so that's all that really matters. And there's one more thing. Oops. Wrong spot. There we go. Seeing as we've got a lot of passengers waiting here, we may as well run a passenger train from it, and there's one available here called a rail motor, which we can use. That's for a short route. Frinton, there. I'll send this train straight through, just so it clears the way for this other train that's waiting. So our long boiler is due to be retired now, and we can replace it with the 080 mineral, which was just introduced. So station ratings are improved with the additional service, which is a good thing, and slowly our local authority rating is coming up, which means we can move on towards our next objective of putting in additional platforms here at Frindingbury to allow faster trains to pass by. It will also involve rebuilding this stub out to the power station, so you'll put them in as a form of merry-go-round train, so the trains come round here, have their own, they run along the slow line here, and then over to the power station, across the main line, and back onto the slow line, which will take them directly there, so a form of merry-go-round train. Of course, merry-go-round trains, the terminology wasn't introduced until the 1970s or 1980s, but you get the idea. I think what we need to do to fix that is to have the train service before going into Bunding Hall. I didn't remove Ninford. Should have done. That might be why the service of this train in particular isn't doing so well. Oh well, better late than never, I suppose. Anyway, for now, I think that marks the end of this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and there will be more from me soon.